It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Vikings and the Bengals. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. And they just acquired him a new ball carrier. What do you think of the acquisition?
I like it. Maybe not the big-time player, big-time impact you're looking for, but someone who wants to prove something and find a new home.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Here's Jackson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. A third down gain of 19. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this down to the 33. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, touchdown Vikings! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now it's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Hey,
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Back to Mixon on second down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. And Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Touchdown! A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through, and it's now 14-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense returns to the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
Here we go.
But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 11 Mighty, 11 Thomas.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Give him another shot here on the ground. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On third down, Jackson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. They've got his man complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Jackson, options out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Gun. Stop.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Jackson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space and let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
On one, ready?
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got it. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here we go.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. He's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. And Burrow going to throw again. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Open man is Duvernay. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. This game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late point. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw is on target to Duvernay.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Burrow will throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, it's Burrow. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
Holding. Offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Report.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Here we go.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On the right side open is Gesicki. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
12.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And
now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him. And that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final win.